How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Wonderful Everyday. In the last episode, we learned of an incident that apparently occurred that mentally scarred Takuji, physically scarred his sister, and created both himself and Yuki. Yuki first, and then Tomosane, obviously. And now we know that something happened to Hasaki, and something most definitely happened to Takuji, as well as their mother. Like, something definitely happened to Mama Mamiya. I just really wanted to say that. So anyways, let's read on, see what else comes up. We're apparently in class. See what happens here. I ended up going to class. Apparently attending class was my job this time. If you ask me, one of the other two should be going to class and doing other boring stuff like that. I especially don't want to waste my time going to class, since I'm fated to disappear anyway. But at least there aren't any afternoon classes on Saturday, so it's not all bad. The meal Hasaki made me for lunch was gone too. Apparently someone ate it that morning, either Mamiya Takuji or Yuki, since both the lunchboxes were empty.
葉崎が作る弁当が小さすぎるというのもあるんだが。
Well, so much for class. I looked at the clock. It was still pretty early. I'm gonna be hungry before dinner time. And someone ate my dinner too.
そういえば葉崎は今日は遅いって言ってたな。
She did say that, I remember. It's strange that Master would only call for Hasaki to work at Hakushu. Usually he calls me or Yuki when he needs someone to wash dishes or clean the shop. Well, either way, Hasaki will be late.
久しぶりにできる。
I hadn't done it in a while, so I had a lot of energy built up. Oh boy. This was the first chance I had in a while.
あの声。
When I left the school building, I heard them talking. In the rear courtyard. I could only hear a few words, like finish it and let's go, but I could tell right away what they were doing.
無視して家帰りたいところだが。
I hopped over the fence.
よー。嘘。
Mamiya-kun.
My perceptions aren't altered like Takuji and Yuki's are. I heard their words exactly as they said them, Takuji and not Yuki or Tomosane, which just means that my perceptions don't need to keep secrets from me, excuse me. Well, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that crap.
どうしたの?
He's shitting bricks. That can only mean one thing. Bingo. They were hiding and whispering about something. Oh, these guys are a pain.
いや、別に用事なんてないですよ。逆に用事がなきゃいけません。今から作りましょうか。
あ、いや。
今、みんなでどこか行くって話してましたよね。あ、いや、そんなこと。
Goodbye.
あと、決めるとか言ってましたよね。
When I punched Nishimura, the other two winced in fear. They bullied Mamiya Takuji so much, but they rolled over like dogs once I beat them up a few times. They're weak. That's the only way to describe them.
で、そんなことなんだって？
ごめんね。さ、探してたんだよ。間宮君のこと。
俺のことをね。
上物が入ったからさ。間宮君も一緒にと思ってさ。
上物？
そうそう、冷たいやつだよ。
なるほど。冷たいのね。
高かったんだよ。ほとんど真っ白な結晶でね。
真っ白い結晶ですか。
Ice is a euphemism for meth. They also call it Tina, or Glass. There are a lot of nicknames. I didn't care to know, but I learned a lot of dumb shit like that hanging out with these guys. They call it a white powder, but most of it doesn't really look like white powder. At least I've never seen any like that. Apparently it's colorless and transparent if the purity is high, but the kind of stuff that gets sold in the city isn't white because of the impurities. The color changes depending on the impurities. It could even be yellow or pink. Most drugs go through quite a few different hands before they reach the individual sellers. The adulteration happens as it passes through all those different hands. And to dilute the water even more, the end sellers cut the drugs before they sell them. Apparently they add anything they have at hand that looks like white powder, even though they have no scientific knowledge about the drugs. Sugar, salt, sometimes even chalk is mixed in. Apparently it burns like crazy if you add sugar. I've heard stories about people, or of people whose meth exploded when they lit up, getting in their eyes and everything. That happens when their meth is cut with salt, and sometimes even poison is mixed in. If it's cut with a lethal poison, they call it a terror hit. And if the adulterant just gives you some side effects, they call it a bad trip. But it's apparently not very common for meth to be cut with actual poison. Meth is one of the tools of the trade for a lot of people in the business. So anyone who sells meth cut with anything poisonous might be disciplined to control the quality of the market. Because of that discipline, the quality is fairly high. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The only reason I learned all this stuff is because I hang out with these guys.
なるほどね。上物のアイスですか。
うん。
全部出してくださいよ。
え？
本当は俺抜きでやる気だったんでしょ？薬全部出せって言ってるんです。聞こえなかった？
そんなこと。おい。
ん？何？城山。
いや、別に。
The flame of resistance flared up in Shirayama's eyes for a moment. But once he met my eyes, that flame disappeared. He had the most backbone of all these losers, but now look at him.
なんですか、城山。言いたいことあるなら目そらさないでくださいよ。
言いたいことなんて。
Well, after I hurt him that bad, I don't blame him. The first time I met him, I beat him bloody, and I've nearly killed him on a few other occasions too. Because he tried to get revenge on me several times, though he failed every time. He tried to jump me in a back alley once too. Even an amateur doesn't give many opportunities to get ambushed, though people are instinctively wary of walking through dark and deserted places. Unless they were drunk, anyone would notice footsteps behind them in the dark. And I'm more careful about listening for footsteps behind me than most people. If the footsteps slow me down, or slow down when I do, I can tell. That alone is enough to stop them from ambushing me. Maybe it would be different if they could fly or something. A stun gun or something wouldn't matter though. I've seen Shirayama break someone's leg without hesitation before. And there was one time when he got a bunch of people together and surrounded me late at night. But there were less than 10 people. They had knives and stun guns. It was a pretty good plan on his part. Even a dumbass could think of something like that though. Of course I ran at full speed. It would be retarded to fight them head on. I was confident in my running speed. It's not my arms but my legs that make me strong in battle. Almost said combat, same thing I guess. And they slowly split up. They were too focused on chasing me, so they didn't even notice that they weren't moving together. I turned and butchered the closest man. I hit him with my entire body weight, knocking him out in a single blow. I picked up his knife and threw it at the second guy. He probably didn't expect me to throw it. He fell on his ass right there. I put my boot in his face since he'd offered so nicely. I felt the unique sensation of teeth breaking under my heel. I got a metal pipe from him. In reality, a metal pipe is a far better weapon than a knife or a stun gun. The length is more important than the lethality of the weapon. I used my new weapon to take out my pursuers one by one. In the end, it was 4 versus 1. I wouldn't lose to 4 amateurs even without a weapon. The end result was a one-sided beatdown that was even more brutal than usual. I stabbed a knife through Shirayama's right hand to teach him a lesson. I stabbed Numata right in the ass as he tried to run. That was the last time Shirayama tried to resist. After that, he devolved into a man who only fears me. Well, part of that is because I hurt him so badly, but that was his own fault. He did something disgusting to my body, even if it was Mamiya Takuji's personality at the time, I couldn't hurt him enough to pay him back for that.
これで全部?
He gave me one packet. Excuse me. He gave me one packet of the stuff. It didn't look like enough for them all. I made them empty their pockets and search their stuff, but I couldn't find anything.
じゃあこれでいいかな。
Numata turned to run.
Huh? おい、沼田。
え？
お前、靴脱いでみろよ。早くしろ!
I made him take off his shoes right there. He was walking funny, like he was protecting something. I checked out his shoes, but there was nothing in them.
何もないでしょ。
I rolled up the cuffs on his pants. There was an unusual bulge in one of his socks.
何ですかこれ?
Well, they didn't get away this time. I punched him, but not hard enough to hurt my hand. I got 3 more packets from Numata's socks. 3 packets of white powder. Naturally, they were more packets of drugs.
結構な量持ってるね。
結構奮発したんだよね。
Numata laughed weakly. The blood poured out of his nose. Splurged, huh? For this powder?
じゃあ、これ没収しますんで。
Numata tried to say something, but I was already leaving. At the current prices, each of these 0.3 gram packets would sell to the end consumer for over 10,000 yen each. Put together, there was easily over 30,000 yen worth. I couldn't complain about that. Well, it's one way to get money, I suppose. I flushed the toilet in the smelly bathroom stall, but I guess we're not getting money, huh? The packets all went down the toilet along with the water. It was hard to flush the unopened packets since they had air in them. I finally got them to flush along with some toilet paper.
公衆便所はいつも臭くて不愉快だ。
I disposed of the drugs I took from Numata and Shirayama in a nearby restroom. It was only natural. I wouldn't want to get stopped by the police while I had that stuff in my pockets. I always get rid of any drugs I confiscate right away. I'm only taking it from them to cause them pain, not to use it myself. I never planned to use any of the drugs myself. I can tell there's already something wrong with Mamiya Takuji's brain. I don't even want to imagine what would happen if I started doing drugs too. I used to take them home and throw them away in the garbage at my house, but lately I've been getting rid of them as soon as I can. Anyway, I'm bullying them as much as I can. I'm taking my revenge on them before I disappear. Did I imagine that? Oh well, was there something on the screen? I didn't notice anything. I should get going. Oh, we're being followed. I knew it. He's not an amateur. I felt a bit uneasy, and I was sure of it by the time I went into the station in Sugunomiya.
杉宮の駅前に人が多くて油断したか。
This is probably because I've been targeted by Shiroyama and his thugs so many times. I can always tell when someone's watching me. It's just a matter of practice. I dashed into a side road like I was running away. Then I turned and stopped just around the corner and waited. Oh, well, this is a decked out fella. A man quickly followed me around the corner. It was a street just off the main road and no one else was around. Because of that, it ended up being just the two of us staring at each other in an alley. My pursuer froze for a moment and then looked away. Which means he's not a cop. Though I suppose a cop wouldn't trail me like this. A cop would have stopped me when I went into the restroom, or right after I came out. Yeah, nice try. My pursuer tried to walk away with a calm gait that was obviously feigned, but...
おい、逃げられると思ったのか？
何のことかな？ナイフ？
ごめんと。
I cut open the bottom of his bag and a camera fell onto the ground.
なんだこのごっついカメラは。こんな街中でバードウォッチングもないだろう。
いや、僕はアイドルファンでして、そのアイドルのライブの帰りでして。
Not gonna lie, he kinda looks like he's paparazzi.
じゃあ、そのうさんくさいサングラスでやるのは盗撮か？
It was hard to see through his long hair, but his sunglasses had unusually thick frames. Sunglasses with a built-in camera, the kind detectives and the like use.
なんだお前、探偵？誰に雇われたんだ？
I don't think he got far.
逃げられるとでも思ったのか？
I locked his arms behind his back and pushed him to the ground. I could break both his arms if I put my body weight on him, and bend his arms just a few more inches.
なんだお前、なんで俺をつけ回してるんだよ。
ごめん、カメラマンなんだよ。主に風景をね。痛い。
風景なんて撮ってないだろ。俺の姿を追ってただろ。
I looked through the rest of his belongings. I found a notebook. I thought he was a detective or something at first, but I knew he wasn't when I saw that notebook.
分野ってやつか。新聞？いや、雑誌だな。社員証に書いてある。名前は木村信勝さんね。で、何探ってたんだ木村さん。
いや、最近の若者の風俗を。
麻薬汚染取材ってところか。図星か。カメラは没収な。
そんな。せめてデータ消去ってことにしません？
データなんて復元できるだろう。
わかりました。せめてメモリーカードで。
What if there's physical storage on the camera?
まあいいや。
I let go of his arms.
君の周辺を漁ってて強そうなのは知ってたけど、すんげえな。武道経験者なんだろうね。
おー、なんだ。データ失って次はインタビューか。
そう言うなよ。君は取材しててすんごく個人的に気になっててね。
ほう、それで機嫌取ってるつもりなのか。逆に不機嫌になると思わないのか。
ちょっと待ってよ。ごめん。いやさ、本当だって。君の行動はいちいち不思議だ。
死にたい。
まあ待って。じゃあこれだけ言わせてよ。
なんだ。
なんでカツアゲした麻薬捨ててるの？
てめえなんでそんなことを。
いや怒らないでよ。でも君に不利なことではないでしょ？
ああ？
君って一度も使ったことないよね。破られて空になったパケなんて一つもなかった。全部麻薬は袋に入ったまま、そのまま厳重にくるんで捨ててた。
てめえいつから俺をつけてる。
いやたまたま
人のうちのゴミを漁ったりしたのか。
あとトイレって流したつもりでも最後まで流れきってなかったりするんだよ。特に空気が入ってるパケって沈まないから実は流れづらいんだよ。
トイレまで。
ああ、麻薬を手に入れてすぐトイレに入る。最初は使用するためだとばかり思っていたが、一度だけ流れきらずにいたのを発見してね。
He's been following him for quite a while, not just
それ以来
today.
トイレ
That's
詰
for
まり用
sure.
のポンプで必ず何を流したか調べた。結構な回数で回収できたよ。
そうかい。
ああ、だから気になった。なぜ入手困難で高価な麻薬なのにそんなことをするのか。
なるほどね。わかっ
分かってくれたかい？
た。ああ。どうやら貴様は知りすぎてしまったみたいだな。
Yeah, it would seem so.
あれ？待ってよ。もしかしてダメだったかな。
ああ、ダメだ。ダメすぎだな。
顔怖いけど僕を殺す気とかじゃないよね。
いや、殺すよ。
僕の一眼レフ。
それとそのダサい。
僕のビデオカメラ付きのサングラス。
At least we had the right idea about that.
二度とつきまとうな。
君は容赦ないな。
ああ。それと次に会ったら殺すから。
そうか、分かったよ。
Alrighty, Kimina's wristwatch flashed bright like a flashlight. The light was seared into my retinas.
まだカメラ持ってたのか。
He looked like a fool, but I'm sure there's a reason why he was investigating me.
木村信勝か。今後気をつけた方がいいな。あれは危険だ。
If I see Yuki, I should warn her too.
あと間宮。いや、それは放っておこう。
Mamiya is in the most danger, but I can't just go and warn him about every little thing.
どちらにしても、あいつらからカツアゲするのは今後金だけにした方がいいかもな。
Taking their drugs away causes more psychological damage since it's so much harder for them to get. But I don't have much of a choice anymore.
俺個人は捕まろうが死のうが関係ないが、ユキまで一連卓勝だからな。
If Yuki got caught, Hasaki would be upset. And that's the last thing I want to happen. At least we're being honest. Well, this is a familiar home. Alright, well, we'll end the episode here. I really don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, so I apologize for the shorter episode. Sorry for maybe sounding a little out of it. I've been pretty absorbed with university recently, which has been taken away from my free time, and it's also been using every bit of energy and motivation I have. But nonetheless, keep up the grind here with Wonderful Everyday, If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.